Galaxy S22 Ultra is one of the most anticipated smartphone releases of 2022. When it comes to the S21 Ultra, Samsung did not get the sales they'd hoped for. People need very compelling reasons to upgrade their phones if they're still perfectly functioning, and many believed with the S21 Ultra they didn't find those reasons. So what could potentially make a difference is the fact that this time around the Galaxy Note line is dead, and based on what I know, Samsung have tried to bring some of the features of the Note to the S22 Ultra and only Ultra, not S22 Plus, and definitely not S22. The Galaxy S22 Ultra will be shipped with an S Pen. I personally don't need an S Pen, but there have been times that I felt like I could definitely use one if my phone was shipped with it, like when I'm signing a document. And it makes total sense to have the S Pen in the S series, but don't expect to have this in the S22 Plus or S22, since that'll increase the price of the phone. It's okay to ship the S22 Ultra with it, as it is designed for the power users who don't mind paying a little bit more to get the flagship phone. Based on the latest leaked photos and videos, the S22 Ultra will have less rounded corners than the S22 and S22 Plus, so with more of a squared-off design, it'll resemble the Note series. Again, I think this makes perfect sense, because if you prefer a phone with a smaller footprint, then having more curved corners will make it even easier to hold and carry around and do one-handed typing. Whereas with the S22 Ultra, it's a large phone and it may not necessarily make a difference to, make the corners rounded. I like the design of the S22 Ultra more than the other two though, but I'll have to admit that it might be uncomfortable to hold in your hand for a long time. There is nothing worse than a camera bump on a phone that can throw me off completely. And unfortunately, today all high-end phones are shipped with these ridiculously large and asymmetrical humps. Well, now based on the latest leaked images, we can see that the S22 Ultra will have less of this protruded bump, because there will be only the cameras sticking out a little bit of the body. Nothing around them, and if you ask me, that tremendously adds to the aesthetics of the phone. Of course, it is believed that this will come at a trade-off, and that is a thicker body. But according to the ICE universe, the removal of the extra materials around the cameras only helps to house the S Pen in the phone without any compromise in the weight of the phone itself. I mean, if that's true, that's just amazing. This year, Samsung will release the S22 Ultra with a 108 megapixel wide-angle camera just like last year, two 10 megapixel telephoto camera lenses, and one 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. If you already have an S21 Ultra, you might get disappointed by this news for not having an upgraded camera. But the fact of the matter is that Samsung have done so much work on optimization of the S22 Ultra camera, both in hardware and software, that you'll see better pictures and videos compared to S21 Ultra. But the focus seems to have been more on the software. In fact, they've made improvements to the anti-shake, focus, and lighting that you'll be definitely able to make much better pictures in low light. In addition, there will be an AI enhancement button in the camera app that upon selection will make more vibrant and detailed pictures. I just hope this won't end up being something everybody would turn off due to very high contrast and unrealistic pictures. As far as the selfie camera goes, unfortunately the S22 Ultra will not have an under-display camera and instead will be shipped with a punch hole, as you can see. I don't know why they can't have the under-display camera now that they have the technology, but anyways, I'd rather have a punch hole on my phone screen than a notch, if you know what I mean. According to the latest leaks, the S22 Ultra will have a glass back, which will make the phone more premium. Although not everyone's happy about it and are already complaining about the more likelihood of the phone's glass breaking from a fall and an extra weight of glass compared to plastic. I myself don't know why Samsung would go with plastic on a high-end phone, and it would be only more prone to scratches. Let's face it, the normal wear and tear of a phone on any single day that would cause lots of nicks and scratches is more likely than dropping it. Write down in the comments if you agree with me. The battery size in S22 Ultra remains the same as the S21 Ultra. However, this time it'll be shipped with a 45-watt fast charging, which means it can charge 70% in just 35 minutes. That's nothing too impressive, but I'll buy that. Before I forget, I'm interested in consumer electronics and wearables. If you're into that stuff, please consider subscribing. The S22 Ultra will be released with a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 from Qualcomm in the US and some other regions, and it'll be also released with the Exynos 2200 in some other regions. I have no doubt that it would be super interesting to test these two different chips, so until then I'd rather not speculate on which one is better. But according to Ice Universe, the new Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 seems to be cooler than the previous generation. It's also believed that the Exynos 2200 will have better GPU performance, but time will tell. With the S22 Ultra, I expect to see a 128GB of storage with 12GB of RAM, 256GB of storage with 12GB of RAM, 512GB of storage, and 12 to 16GB of RAM. In terms of a memory card slot, there is no hope that we'd see it brought back by Samsung. However, some say since this is practically a Note phone, we might see it again just like the Note series. I don't know a single fan who's happy about not having a microSD slot on their phone. I'm certainly not happy about it, and I really hope they'll bring it back. The good news is that according to SamMobile, there is rumor that Samsung will ship a special version with 1TB of storage. I'm speculating that this will be an exclusive model that Samsung will provide with a unique color, for example that rose color. In any case, it's probably gonna cost an arm and a leg to get that phone, but for those who especially record a lot of high quality videos with their phones, this might be well worth it. Add to the fact that we might see 8K video recording as well. So far, I have information Samsung will release the S22 Ultra in green color, red color, rose, white, and of course black. If these are indeed the colors the S22 Ultra will be shipped with, which one of these do you prefer to get? Please let me know. I'm really into black because I think that goes with everything and you don't get tired of that color so fast. But I mean that rose and green look very nice too. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait to get my hands on this phone. If I missed something, please let me know in the comments.